Hello friends, good morning all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, it means that my voice is audible to all of you, and let's begin for today's class. So, can anybody tell me what we have done in last session? Have you finished the tenses, or I think future tense is left?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Okay. So before that, I would like to tell you that we have maybe you people can check your marks of ISC. So they are there in teaching diary, and I think that most of the students have got good marks. But you know that there are some students who have missed their marks by 1 mark, 2 mark, or 3 marks, and those marks they have missed. I think that first question from article, many students they got it wrong here. So, for example, the question was like this: He is dash oldest person of the house. Okay, something was like this. And here many students went wrong because they chose here and that went wrong. So if you are getting 25 marks, it means that some students got something wrong here and they were not able to answer it here. All right. And another sentence from articles, it was like that: he, in bracket there was read the newspaper daily, something like this it was. So here also many students mentioned read as it is. Okay, but what it should be here? Read,
Reads. Reads.
reads.
Reads.
So those who have not mentioned the reads, for these people also they have missed their 1 mark here. Then in table I don't think anybody has missed anything, everybody was correct here. Again, let's go for prepiction suffix. You know that in prepiction suffix what happened, many of the students they have written you were asked to write minimum 2 words. Okay, so minimum 2 words, many students have not understood this question and they have mentioned only 1 word. So if they have mentioned only 1 word, there they are going to miss their marks. Another case here, if it is asked writing 2 words, many students wrote 2 words only. They did not go beyond, and because of that, what happened? Some of the words they went wrong. So they have written the words which are beginning with D or dis, but they were not prefix at all. So therefore they have missed some of the marks here also. And there are some students who have written 4 5 words. For example, the prefix, if it is dis, there are students who have written 5 5 words which are beginning with dis. In that case, these students, if any word goes wrong, even then they are able to get marks here. Okay, so that is the only reason that you people have missed marks. There are many students who have got 25 marks, and those students who did not get, you people can get opportunity to achieve good marks in next ISC, because there are 2 more ISCs which are going to be there, and out of 3 ISCs, best 2 ISCs will be considered. Okay, so that's all about ISC 1. If anybody is having any questions, you just ask me here. Okay, so you just close this door. Any questions about ISC?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's go for future tense. Okay, here we are
तर
going to.
past tense
Yes,
राहिलाय.
someone
Past
is.
tense पण राहिलाय.
Past tense also we have not completed. Is it like this? I don't know exactly where I finished my lecture. So can anybody tell exactly what we have done in last session?
ते प्रेझेंट झालाय पूर्ण. पास्ट आणि फ्युचर राहिलाय.
Oh, we have not finished the past also.
Yes, sir.
From
yes,
simple
sir.
past, we need to start from simple past.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So maybe for other divisions I have done. So I thought like this. So let's begin with now here past tense. Okay. So let's begin past tense. You know, generally we people use past tense for the things which have already done. For these things we people use past tense, and in past tense also we have 4 subtypes. Okay, so let's begin with first one, that can be simple past. Okay, simple past tense. So first of all, let's try to understand its use. When do we use simple past? Anyone? If you have any idea about when to use simple past? To describe actions that took place in the past. ओके, इन शॉर्ट भूतकाळामध्ये घडलेल्या घटना जर आपल्याला सांगायच्या असतील, for that reason we people use simple past, okay, to describe actions that took place in the past. For that reason we are going to use it like this. Okay, if this is the use, then let's try to understand its structure also. So if you want to make sentences, use simple past tense. You know, sentences will come like this. Subject is going to be there in the beginning of sentence. Okay. After subject, what you people will use here?
V2.
Verb, main verb is going to appear here, and that is in V2 form. Yes, that's right. V2. You can call it past tense or V2. And then remaining part of the sentence, here we are taking it object, but every time I tell, it is not always object, it can be something else also, or there is nothing also, only subject and V2 is also possible. So this way you people can try to understand. Now tell me, the structure which I have mentioned here, subject, V2 and object, this is in which voice?
Active voice.
Active voice or passive voice?
Active voice.
Active voice. All right. So this is the only basic things that you people have to remember. And now here we can go with examples. So can you people help me here to just give me some examples?
I wrote a letter.
Okay, I wrote a letter.
My friend asked for help.
My friend asked for help.
She made rangoli.
Okay, she made a rangoli. That's also fine. So these are some of the examples that you people can make it, but I today don't find many students are active and they're talking or telling me examples. Only 2-3 students are saying something. So here physically you people are also here. So what is your name? Aishwarya Guru and Jivraj English. So these two are with me. Okay, they are attending classes physically. They are with me. They are in a classroom and we are together online and offline. We are doing. So those who are students for whom it is possible to just come at college at your own, you people can also think of this. Okay. So one example we will take here, and that can be like this: I wrote a letter. Okay. So this sentence is in simple past. If you ask me why it is in simple past, simply you'll think of the verb. So what is verb here? Wrote is verb. So wrote is V2. So this is into simple past. Okay. So if this is the assertive sentence, okay, she watched a movie, Anuradha. That's right. Uh, let's go for making this sentence negative. So you tell me, I wrote a letter. This is affirmative sentence. That means positive sentence. We want to make it negative. So how you are going to make it negative?
I did not write a letter.
Now it will come did. Okay, I did. Then you are using not here. Now here you have to use first form of verb. Now you are not going to use wrote. Okay, remember, understand, I did not wrote is a wrong. You have to use I did not write a letter. Okay, that became your negative sentence. Let's make it verbal question, yes no question. So if you want to ask a verbal question, how you are going to ask it?
Did I write a letter?
Yes, it will begin with helping verb. Which is helping verb here? Did. Then subject I. Then main verb which is going to be in first form. Did I write a letter? This became your question, verbal question, where you can answer yes, I wrote, no, I didn't, like this. So this became your affirmative question. We can make question negative also, and it can become like this: didn't I write later? So that became your negative question. Okay, so this is also possible. So you just try to think, take another verb or take another example, like I wrote a letter. You can take another example and you can practice like this. Then we want to make some WH questions also. So you have to make one WH question. We are going to get answer I. So how you are going to make it? Which WH word can be used
Who?
here?
Who?
Wrote a letter.
Okay, okay. So here you have to use who. Who wrote. Here you can use who wrote a letter. That is okay. And if you think you want to write like this, who did write, that is also right. Okay. If you can use like this, who did write, both ways are okay, but you know, mostly commonly who wrote a letter, this is common, so we can follow this. But this is also right, who did write a letter, that is also okay. So now I want to get answer a letter. I want to get answer a letter. That WH question I want to make here. So which WH word will be useful?
What?
What? So then helping verb,
Did?
Did.
did. Then helping verb did. Then main verb, oh, subject, your subject.
What did I write?
Write a letter.
Yes. If you ask question, what did I write? You'll get a letter like this. Okay. So these were the some of the sentences that you people can think in active voice. In this way, you people can make it and practice it. Now, if this is an active voice, can we make it passive? Can we make it passive of simple past? Is it possible to make passive?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in passive, usually we people write object in the beginning. Okay. After object, what will come? Any guess? Let it be wrong. Okay, but you have to speak.
Was.
Was with
Was, where is going to be there? Then after was and where? Main verb.
PP.
V3.
Okay. It is going to be into V3. Okay. Just hold on for 1 minute. Just for 1 minute. Okay, okay, yes, all right. So V3 here, the main verb, it is going to be into V3 form, and then your preposition by, and then your subject will appear at the end of the sentence. Okay, so this kind of sentences will be also there, but you need to understand, if there is was and where and V3, it means you should not get confused with past continuous or any other tense, but it is simple past, but passive voice is there. So choice of was and where, when you will use was and when you will use where.
Singular असेल तर was and plural असेल तर were.
Yes. So if your object is singular, you will use was. If your object is plural, then you will use where. Okay. All right. So this way, I wrote a letter. This sentence can be into passive. Sushant has sent me answer. It will begin with object. What is object? A
A
letter.
letter.
So singular or plural letter?
Singular.
So what will you use? Was or where?
Was
Was.
What is V3 of right?
Written.
written.
These are simple things. A letter was written by me, that became your passive sentence. Let's follow another sentence patterns like making it negative. Simply not we are going to add. Where to add not? After was. A letter was not written by me. Okay, so that became your negative. Can we ask verbal question? Yes. So it will begin with helping verb. Which is helping verb here?
Was
Was a letter written by me. So that became a verbal question, and question can be negative also. So it can be wasn't or was not. Wasn't a letter written by me. So that became your negative question. So in passive also, you people need to understand, because if you are going to remember only one structure, subject, V2 and object, and so you completed your past tense, that does not make you complete sense. You will not understand everything. So you need to understand this also, and additionally you need to practice different kinds of sentences like this also. Then you people will get it clear that everywhere if any kind of sentence is going to come like this, you are able to understand this is into simple past if it comes like this, or if any sentence having verb form like this, then it is also simple past but it is into passive. Other affirmative and interrogative sentences, negative sentences, that we are discussing here. Okay, so now I will give another example. You just let me know which tense you're going to consider these. Okay. I was a student. Okay. You were absent. They were angry. And I can also say I had a car. Okay. So what do you think? These sentences, they are in which tense?
Simple past.
Okay, past is there, but are you sure about simple past? If it is simple past, why is it simple past? Are they in simple past?
Yes, sir.
That's right, they are in simple past. If I ask you why they are in simple past, you will come to know here was, were, or had. These are the verbs which are used, but they are not helping verbs here. They are not helping verbs here. They are used as main verb, and after was there is no any main verb action showing verb. So therefore, these sentences are in simple past. So I had a car. This is also simple past. Okay, you can note these kind of examples also here. So all right, so that's all about past, simple past tense. Any questions here about simple past? If you have any questions, you can ask. कुणाला कळत नसेल, they can ask in Marathi also, that will be fine. But you be bold enough to ask questions if you are not really understanding anything. ज्यांना कळत नसेल त्यांनी विचारलं पाहिजे, ज्यांना कळतं त्यांनी you just practice it more. And also इन्व्हॉल्व दिस इनटू ओरल कम्युनिकेशन. महत्त्वाचं एक्झामपेक्षा, टेस्टपेक्षा, मार्क्सपेक्षा हाव वी आर युझिंग इट इन ओरल कम्युनिकेशन, दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. इफ यू आर जस्ट टेकिंग इट अंडरस्टँडिंग अँड इफ यू आर जस्ट कीपिंग ॲज इट इज, that's of no use. You start using them in your oral communication. So start speaking with someone, start speaking with your friends. So begin with greetings, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, how are you. These are generally beginning things, and everyone is able to do these things. Greetings, everybody can greet. Asking how are you, that is fine. So you need to go further of this, beyond this. After greetings and hi, hello, you need to go beyond this for asking, doing conversation in English, because that will help you, that will increase your confidence. And once you think that yes, I can speak, then next thing will be increasing your vocabulary and just again revising grammar parts. So now I think that if you have taken it everything, or you can take screenshot, that will be a better way. Okay. Or you can just take one example, because the things are just common. Okay, I write a letter, so making after affirmative, making negative, interrogative, verbal question, negative question. Again, as per voice, you can go for verbal, then for affirmative, negative, like this. You want to write it, Jivraj? Okay, you just complete it. Okay, so nobody replied. Any questions here? So someone just replied, it's okay, not okay. Bapu Anuse, you just reply. Roll number 12.
Yes, sir.
कळतंय का?
हो, sir.
Okay. Will not probe anymore. We will go to the next tense here. All right. You just, I will keep it as it is rather than. We'll go here for past continuous. Okay. Okay, past continuous tense. Let's talk about now second past tense, that is past continuous. And here you can relate it with maybe present continuous tense. So when we studied present continuous tense, what do we studied? We studied it like this. When you want to describe actions which are going on right now, at this moment, the actions are continuous, they are progressive, they are going on. Okay, so that is what we people studied in present continuous. Now let's talk about past continuous. Here also actions are continuous, here also actions going on, here also actions in progress, but when, but they were in the past. जे वर्तमान काळामध्ये पण हे लक्षात ठेवलं की एखादी क्रिया ही आता सुरू आहे, पण भूतकाळामध्ये पास्ट कंटिन्युअस मध्ये आपल्याला लक्षात ठेवायचं की एखादी क्रिया ही सुरू होती. फॉर दॅट रिझन वी पीपल आर गोइंग टू यूज पास्ट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स. ओके, so let's mention for what we can use past continuous tense to describe actions which were going on. Okay, which were going on in the past. So here you need to understand that actions are incomplete, they are continuous, they are going on. Okay, but they are going on in the past. So from that you can understand. So in present continuous, actions are going on right now. In the past, actions were going on in the past. That is the only difference that you need to understand. Okay, and here also simple present and simple past also you can compare. In simple present we describe actions that are generally taking place, and in simple past we describe actions which took place in the past. All right, if this is clear, then let's go for the structure of the Alvira Sheikh. Any difficulty?
No, sir.
So let's talk for structure. Subject is there. After subject, what will be there?
Was here.
Was where.
Okay, was and where is going to be there. Then after was and where, next?
Verb ing.
Who is ing?
Yes, main verb with ing form, and then this part. Then this is going to be here like this. Okay. So if this is the structure, this is in active or passive?
Active voice.
This is into active voice. Okay. Now here is again was and where. So similar things, if you want to choose was or where, what you will consider? You will think of your subject. If subject is singular, in that case, what you will use?
Was.
Was. If subject is plural, in that case, you are going to use
Where.
where. That's right. Okay. Then let's go here for examples into past continuous tense. You can tell me examples.
I was playing cricket.
Yes. I was playing cricket.
I was reading a book.
I was reading a book.
They were going to market.
They were going to market.
I was singing a song.
I was singing a song.
I was watching a mobile.
Okay, I was watching mobile. That is also right.
I was closing a window.
I was closing the window. Participants were joining a lecture. Okay, that's right, Anuradha. I was writing a letter. Okay, Prajakta.
I was reading a book.
I was reading a book. There are so many examples that you can make, because here you people got what kind of verb form that you have to use. It can be was, were, vh, and here just we are having only these kind of examples. You can tell me here negative adding not. You can tell me some verbal questions. You can tell me negative questions also. Okay, he was going to college for offline lecture. That's right, Anuradha. So make some negative interrogative sentences, examples.
I did not. Um,
I was not singing a song.
Yes, here did not will not come here. Okay, so here now helping verbs, you have to think of helping verb. Here helping verbs are was and were, so that only we people have to use. Here there is in simple past there is no helping verb, only v2 is used, so therefore we were taking did not. So did not will, it will not come here also, it will be was. Okay, so just take this example further. I was singing a song. Let's try to make it negative. Subject will be as it is I, then helping verb is was, we are adding not here. Okay, I was not singing a song, so that became your negative sentence. I was singing a song, this is affirmative, this is positive. I was not singing a song, that is negative. Okay, then let's make verbal questions also. If you want to make verbal question, you need to use helping verb in the beginning. Which is helping verb here?
was.
Was. Then subject?
I
I. Then main verb?
think.
Sing.
Main verb singing. Was I singing a song? Okay, so that became your verbal question like this. And let's make it negative question like this. Wasn't. Okay, wasn't I singing a song? That became your negative question. Let's make some WH questions, same kind of. If I want to get answer I, how? I want to
Who.
get answer
Who.
I, then WH word we are going to use who, then helping verb
Was.
was
Sing.
singing a song. That became your question. Also, if I want to get a song as an answer, then
What.
What.
what was I singing? Okay, that became your WH question. Also, you can make WH question like this. What was I doing? That also in past continuous WH question. What was I doing? Singing a song. That can be your answer. So these are all examples in active voice. Okay. So now tell me, can we go for passive voice of past continuous here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can change it into passive also. So in passive voice, you are going to use object in the beginning. So object will appear here. After object, you are going to use what?
Was where.
To be formed in the past are was or were. Okay. Then next, what will come after was and were? Any idea or no idea? Okay, Sushant
Being.
answered. Being, yes, that's right. Being. After being, main verb. Main verb in which form?
Third form.
Third form.
V3. After V3, remaining part as it is, by and subject at the end. Okay. So this will be your passive voice structure that you can remember it here. So here was and where you are using as per your subject. Okay, here you are going to use was and where as per your object. If your object is singular, you will use was. If your object is plural, use were. Okay, like this. So here we have example, I was singing a song, that we are going to convert it into passive. So how it can be? What is object here?
A song.
A song, singular or plural?
Singular.
So what will use, was or
A
where?
song. A song was
Was. A song was. Then
being
being. What is V3 for sing?
sung.
Sung.
Sung by me.
By me. So that became your passive sentence. A song was being sung by me. Here you need to understand tense. You may get easily confused if sentence is like this, was being sung. You don't understand what exactly tense I have to understand from this verb structure. But you should not get confused. If it is was where being V3, immediately it should struck to you that this is also past continuous, but this is into passive voice. Like this way, you people have to understand. And here also be aware, sometimes it can be object. If it is songs, it can be songs were being sung by me. Okay, so this is also possible. Here we are taking pronoun I, so therefore it is was. It can be we were, they were, you were, also possible. So that also you keep in your mind. Okay, if this is into passive, let's make it negative now. So we will add only not to this sentence. So after a song was, we are going to add not here. A song was not being sung by me. So that became your negative sentence. Let's make it a question, verbal question. Was a song being sung by me? That became a verbal question. And wasn't a song being sung by me? So that also is a question. So that's all about past continuous tense. I'm explaining with only one example because we do not have much time, and so we are not discussing that much. Any questions here about past continuous? Aditi, any questions or no questions?
लगेच टाइप क्वेश्चन केला होता. What was
पॅसिव्ह मध्ये WH क्वेश्चन करायचं.
नाही सर तिथं सिंगिंग
मला आवाज क्लिअर ऐकता येत नाहीये.
सर ते व्हॉट वॉज आहे ना,
हा,
तिथं आपण कुठली पण ऍक्शन घेऊ शकतो ना. मग ते एक्झॅक्ट सिंगिंगच असेल असं नाही ना.
हा, डुईंग फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन.
येस सर.
Yes, that can be anything, but in this context, we are using here it in this context. That your question is right. What was I doing? It may be I was running, I was doing, I was jumping, I was watching movie. But for this, if I want to get answer singing a song, like that, for that reason, for this sentence only I am making this question. And it can be general. What was I doing? It can be any activity, can be answer. That's right. But for this sentence, we are talking with this example, and for this context, if you want to get answer singing a song, for that, your WH question can be like this. What was I doing? I was singing a song, like this. Any other questions? No questions. Okay. Aditya आहे का?
हो सर.
All right. Then let's go for the next, number third. Okay. So third tense in past tense, that will be past perfect. Okay. If it is past perfect, you can immediately relate it with present perfect. You can relate it with present perfect. So when we studied present perfect, in that we studied when actions are completed in the past, but their influence is there in the present. So therefore we are using present perfect tense. But in past perfect tense, to refer or to describe actions which were completed long time before. Okay. So when to use past perfect? Which took place long time ago. Okay, so long time ago. So there is no influence or no impact on present time or present situation. To describe such actions, we people are going to use past perfect. Okay, and here perfect, the word perfect indicates actions are completed. Okay, here actions are complete. So that also we need to understand. If it is, then let's go for the structure. If it is okay in active voice, then subject. After subject, what you people are going to use here?
Had.
Had.
Yes, only one helping verb is here, that is had. If your subject is singular, you will use had. If it is plural, then also it is had. Then after had, main verb, which form?
V3.
V3 is there. Okay, after V3, your object will appear here. And just go for examples, different examples we people can talk here.
The sun had risen.
The sun had risen. Okay, that's also right. Also remember that past perfect tense, usually it is used with simple past or past continuous tense, that you need to understand. Separate only past perfect example, very rarely you will find. It is usually used with simple past. For example, I think that we can give example like this. The train had already left when we reached the station. Okay? Like this, here two activities. Which two activities? Reaching the station and leaving of the train. So first action is in past perfect, that train had left, that is into past perfect. Second action is in simple past, reaching is second action, that is into simple past, for that reason. Okay. So here we are getting example from Nutan. He had jumped on the ground. From Sushant, she had written a novel. Okay. Other examples also people can talk. Tell me. In past perfect, if it is audible, you just tell me examples.
She had not played cricket.
Okay, she had not played cricket. That's right.
She had gone to the shop.
She had gone to the shop.
She had met him before party.
Okay, she had met him before the party. Anuradha, we need to use past participle of shine. Okay, sun had shine. Shine is V1. Okay, so you need to find it out what will be the V3 of shine, and then you just reply me. Okay, so let me just hold for just 1 minute. Okay. Yes, I had played cricket. Prajakta, he had attended the lecture from Shubham.
Gone to school.
We had gone to school. That should be like this. He had written a novel. All right. So let's take one example like this. He had written a novel like this, because we are taking a simple example so that we can make it different examples. So quickly make it negative. We will add not here. He had not or hadn't written a novel. Then we'll make it a question like, had he written a novel? Anuradha, building had planned. So here that is not correct sentence. Okay, you just check it. It should be into in another way. That is not right sentence. Building had planned, because building do not plan anything. Someone plans building. Okay, so you just check it. Then let's make this question negative. Hadn't or had not. Let's go for WH questions. You can ask like this: who had written novel? Here you can go with W. What had he written? Okay, like this. And then we will think of voice. Can we change it into passive here?
Yes.
We can change it passive voice also here. So if it is passive, in the beginning we write object of the sentence. Okay, after object, what is going to be here? After object, what will come here?
Had.
Had.
It is going to be had here. After had,
V3.
is it V3?
Bin.
Been V3.
Been V3. It should be been V3. Okay, then V3 is here, and after that preposition by, and subject will come at the end. So he had written a novel. You can make it passive here and tell me.
A novel had been written by him.
Okay, and other things are simple. You can just think a novel had not been written by him. Had a novel been written by him and hadn't. by him. Okay, so these are some of the examples in different ways. You just think, but important is your practice. If you think that that is very very simple, you understood everything, but you are not doing anything, if you are not noting it down in your notebook, if you are not practicing it with other examples, you know, later on it is going to be tough for you, because maybe next day, next week, you might have forgotten everything that you understood. So practice makes man perfect. Practice makes your skill stronger. So if you think that tenses are very simple for you, but if you are not doing it regularly, you know, the difficulty level will be increased, because you might have forgotten everything after some time. Okay, in short, I would like to complete now next tense also, because you know, a little bit hurry is there, so I have to finish next tense within short span of time. So I hope that you might have taken screenshot of this. Let's go to the last one. So we will just complete past perfect continuous also. Is it visible on the screen? Are you able to see it?
Yes.
All right, so if it is past perfect continuous, you can think of present perfect continuous tense. So when we studied present perfect continuous tense, what did we study? We studied it like this: when action started in the past and it is going on right now. ऍक्शन स्टार्टेड इन द पास्ट अँड इट इज गोइंग ऑन राईट नाउ. एखादी क्रिया ही भूतकाळामध्ये सुरू झालेली होती आणि ती आता सध्या सुरूच आहे, असं सांगायचं असेल तर वी यूज्ड प्रेझेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स. ओके, बट नाउ फॉर पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स, ऍक्शन स्टार्टेड इन द पास्ट अँड इट वॉज गोइंग ऑन इन द पास्ट. एखादी क्रिया ही भूतकाळामध्ये सुरू झाली आणि ती भूतकाळामध्ये सुरूच होती, असं सांगायचं असेल. To describe such actions, we people will use past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so use actions which were started in the past and going on in the past. To describe such actions, we can use past perfect continuous tense. Okay, with this, let's go for the structure of it. So subject is going to be there. After subject, what will come?
Have, has.
Had been.
Have has.
Had.
Okay, so just ensure there is no confusion between present
Had been.
perfect continuous and past
Have,
perfect
has.
continuous. Okay, so have has not used here. Have has used in present tense, present perfect continuous tense, and present perfect tense also. So have has not used here. It should be had. Okay, after had,
Been.
after been, main verb in which form?
ING.
ING form.
Yes, and then
V4.
it should be VIG, no V2 or V3. Object is here. Okay, and examples. Examples.
They had been going to picnic.
Okay, they had been going to picnic. This is the example, and you go accordingly for the different examples, because I wanted to close this session here. In short, I taught you there is no passive voice for past perfect continuous tense, so you will not have passive structure of this tense, only active voice is there. And they had been going to picnic, they had not been going to picnic, had they been going to picnic, hadn't they been going to picnic. This is only things you need to add here below to these examples, 2-3 sentences, and that's all about past tense. Okay, if any questions here, you just try to ask me, otherwise I will go for attendance. So out of that, I think right now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 What's your roll number? So 20 absent, okay. 21, 22, 23 is here, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 absent. Then 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 absent. 36 is here. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 is also absent. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 63 is also absent. Okay, and who's this Omkar Gauri, roll number 20? He's connected but he's not joined with audio. Okay, so his attendance will not be also marked. So just take note of this. And any questions, if you can ask me. Any questions here about past tense?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So here I would like to close this session here, but important things you just keep working on, keep studying. You know, there is no any theory exam, university exam for our subject, but still you have to ensure that English should be your subject of you know that you are well versed in English. Simply it can be listening, it can be speaking, it can be reading or writing, but you should be able to handle all these skills. And very important, your oral communication. Okay, so that will create lots of opportunities for you if you are good in communication. Okay, and if you do not have good communications, you will miss lots of opportunities. That is also equally true. Yes, verbal questions are there, Rutuja. You can say like I just spoke it. I did not type it here because I wanted to close it the session. So they had been going to picnic. You can say had they been. You are using helping verb in the beginning. I will mention one like this. Had they been going to picnic? So that became your verbal question. You can make WH question also. Who had been going to picnic? That is also possible. Or where had been they going? That also becomes your WH question. Okay, so with this note, should we stop here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for joining today, and do join for the next session also. And okay, fine.